Hi, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Coors Event Center in the Newsteam Boulder postgame show site of the Colorado Buffaloes' 75-72 defeat over the University of Arizona. I'm Andrew Haubner, and with me, Ariana Freeman, University of Colorado women's basketball point guard and our guest analyst. And the night tonight was, I want to say magical. It's gonna sound cliche if I say it was a magical night here. The crowd storms the court. Colorado defeats Arizona in dramatic fashion. It was really one for the ages.
Man, well, before the game started, there was trash talking going back and forth on Twitter. The crowd was pumped up. The fans were excited. And, of course, the Buffs knew this was such a big game.
And I have to say, at the first half, it really didn't seem that way. It was back and forth, a lot of fouls, a lot of travels, shot clock violations, and Colorado, it didn't look like they were going to be able to step up, pull that out, and win this game.
Man, well, the first half was making me a little bit nervous because they weren't going inside. Colorado was kind of getting stuck on the shot clocks, getting it down to like 5 seconds and having to jack up a wild shot. When we saw Arizona, we saw them attacking inside, getting easy layups, and so I was kind of nervous, but Colorado definitely pulled it around.
Well, in that first half, you saw them do what they've done all year, and that is go to Josh Scott. Feed J40. I mean, they did it, and Josh Scott on probably the biggest stage he will have this year that isn't the Pac-12 or possible NCAA tournament. There were scouts from the Golden State Warriors, the Atlanta Hawks here, and he absolutely shined. 26 points, 9 rebounds. I mean, feed Josh Scott.
I mean, and I'm definitely a Josh Scott fan. His body control as a big man, his footwork as a big man is just absolutely incredible. He runs the floor well. He finishes around the rim. And, I mean, he's just amazing. And he also doesn't force things. If he doesn't have to open shot, if he can't get a layup, he kicks it back out. He's also a great facilitator as well.
And also a solid defensive effort, too, holding Caleb Tarczewski to under 10 points. The last time Tarczewski and Scott will face off against one another, they're both four-year seniors. It's a pretty amazing thing. And speaking of seniors, this night also belonged to another Colorado native, Xavier Talton. We were able to catch up with X after the game. Let's go see what he had to say. Last time you guys are going to play Arizona in this building, how did that feel? A win and a court storm.
Man, it feels just like my freshman year when we beat them here and everybody stormed the court. I was a little smarter this time. I wasn't in the middle of the pile, but it's a great feeling beating them.
Kind of feels a little storybook, huh? You started off your career here against Arizona with a win in a storm, and then you end it with a win in a storm.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely a great feeling. I mean, they're a great team, so give them all the credit. But we just made a play at the end. Dom came up with a big rebound, and we won the game.
So when you guys look at this game, also the game against Oregon, it just seemed like everything went right for you guys in that game in this game too, from defense, rebounding, scoring. I mean, did it feel that way tonight? You guys were clicking on all cylinders?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, we went for a little bit of a drought on offense, but that's what our defensive rebound is for, and that's what we hang our hat on. So I think it was like the last 2 minutes we didn't score a basket, and we just had to get stops, and that's what we did.
Does it feel like this team has evolved at all? Right at the beginning of the year, you guys had a lot of heavy scoring, really offense heavy, and then Coach Boyle started talking about getting back to that tad ball defense and rebounding, and that's what has shown through in these last few games. Does it feel like it's changed at all?
Yes and no. I mean, we can score the ball. We know that. We have to play better offensively, obviously, but I mean, just being defensive and staying with that is always going to keep us in games, and that's what Coach preaches. So if we defend and rebound, we're always going to have a chance to win.
And that was Xavier Talton talking to Newsteam Boulder. And Ari, one other player in particular who I thought did a great job tonight was George King. 14 points, 7 rebounds, 3 of 6 from three-point land. And I've got to say, we've talked a lot about it over the last month. The development of George King as a complete basketball player really seems like it's getting to completion.
Man, to see him grow over the course of the year has been amazing. At first, we looked at him as just a three-point shooter who kind of got frustrated when his inside game wasn't working, but we see him now with so much more poise. He's attacking the basket. He's dishing it off to his teammates. He's not forcing too much, and he seems like just a complete player now.
So we missed this last week, but I want to make sure we get to it this week. The Ariana Freeman player of the game, even though after looking at the stat sheet tonight, I feel like I kind of know who it's going to be.
Josh Scott, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I don't know what else to say. To see him as a big man, and he's so consistent. I mean, it's not like he gives you 20 points one game and 2 points the next game. He's consistent. He's been consistent all season. And if the Buffs want to make an NCAA tournament run, finish out the Pac-12 strong, we have to keep feeding Josh Scott.
And finishing out the Pac-12 strong is going to be one of the biggest things. You can't rest your laurels on a game like this, no matter how high, uplifting and how good the high is off of this game. You have Arizona State this weekend. It's going to be Josh Scott and Xavier Talton's senior day, and you're also going to have Utah at Salt Lake City. So what needs to happen for Colorado to get back in the mindset of winning those last two basketball games before they head to Vegas for the tournament?
March Madness is approaching, and I say madness because no matter how well you do in the regular season, no matter who's number 1, who's number 10, March, you never know what's going to happen. I think the Buffs should enjoy this win, take in Arizona tonight, but I think they should refocus and get ready for the games coming up.
And focus is something that's really been needed. I mean, it's been madness all year long. It has been absolutely insane. And with 2 games left in the season, you can probably expect a whole lot more madness. For Ariana Freeman, I'm Andrew Haubner. This has been the Newsteam Boulder postgame show. Our final from the Coors Event Center, Colorado 75, Arizona 72.